friends, today we will learn something about presentation skills. What is presentation? See, presentations are structured, prepared, speech based means of communicating information or ideas to a group of interested people in order to inform them or persuade them. So, whenever you want to inform particular matter, you need to go for presentation. See, in day to day life, we go on presenting ourselves to many of the people. In day to day life, whenever we communicate with others, that is our presentation. But a formal presentation includes structured presentation, which means that you have to train yourself to overcome your nervousness, develop powerful body language. You also have to have effective presentation skills with you to learn what to do and what not to do during your presentation, the design on the visual aids, how to use visual aids effectively, that is also very important. We may have come across many of boring presentation. Why sometimes presentations go wrong? Why these people look boring? See, these are some causes of ineffective presentation skill. See, failures to motivate the audience. The person who is, or the will say the presenter, must be confident. He must motivate students to listen to him. He should not have confusing structures. He must have extensive details. But the way he is presenting, that matters a lot. The poorly designed slides um, may make your presentation boring. Let's see what is next. Step needed to make an effective presentation. What are the steps to make effective presentation? See, for delivering an effective presentation, we need to make the following steps. There are 3 steps: planning, preparation, and delivery. Let's see what we need to do in planning. What is the purpose of your presentation? It should be very much clear to you. The planning includes the purpose. You need to know your audience, for whom you are making your presentation, and what exactly you want to achieve at the end of your presentation. These 3 things are very important when you are planning your presentation. See, planning makes you confident. You need to plan your presentation very well, which will boost your confidence. See, there are many other points like designing your message, or you need to organize your material in such a way that it will attract the attention of your audience. Design the look of your presentation, that is also very important. You have to create some slides. Again, see, slides should not be more descriptive. It should be effective but not descriptive. I'll explain that afterwards. Step 1 is a list of your objective. You have to state some objective beforehand. You need to know the objectives of your presentation, why you are making that presentation, the root cause, or we'll say aim of your presentation. Why are you making this presentation? What do you expect to accomplish at the end of this presentation? That is also very important. Second step of presentation is your focus. You need to focus your audience. What exactly you are going to give to your audience, who they are, what is their age group means, or what kind of students they are, whether they are competent or slow learner, fast learners. Accordingly, you have to mold your material, you have to mold your style, your language, everything. So it is very important to know your audience first. Focus on what the audience needs, means what exactly they want, not what you know. Rather than telling what you know, let's try to find out what exactly are their needs. According to their needs, you have to add something to your presentation. You have to again consider the level and their interest. You have, according to their age group, you have to make presentation. Decide what exactly you want to give to your audience. The next stage of presentation, or we'll say step 3, is determining your message. You have to tailor the points to the audience teaching technical level. You have to know the information they already have and what kind of information you are going to give them. You have to correlate all these ideas. Modify the presentation for each new audience. Means sometimes one presentation you may use the same presentation for different age group, but you have to make some modifications according to their age group. Now, in the preparation, it is also important to decide the message in advance, that from your presentation what message, that is the subject, presentation subject. It is very important, or we'll say the fundamental rule of presentation, basic rule of presentation, that you need to know the subject properly. You must get acquainted with the topic clearly. You have to have clear idea, and the description should be very much clear to you first, and then only you can pass on the message through your presentation. So you have to decide your message in advance, and you have to have strong conviction on what you want to talk about. See, in the second stage of presentation, you need to organize your points logically. Whenever you are going to prepare slides, those slides should have logical sequence. As we have already discussed that in group discussion, or whenever there is debate competition, ideas come randomly into our mind. So we have to give logical order, logical sequence to the ideas which are coming randomly into your mind. So during preparation, you can give logical sequence to your ideas. Means what you are going to talk at the beginning, what will be your middle point, and how exactly you are going to close your presentation. Before closing or before stating concluding remarks, you have to give brief summary of your presentation. You have to summarize entire presentation from the beginning to the end. It means you just have to tell highlights of your presentation. Next and very important point is that you have to revise rehearsal. Means see, practice makes a person perfect. So whenever you prepare in front of mirror, maybe in person, it will give you confidence, because it is not for the first time you are making that presentation. You have already done it for yourself. So you will come across some follies, some drawbacks that you are facing during presentation, or the continuity of your presentation. So it is very important to practice your presentation beforehand. See, the fourth point, which is very important, keep notes to the minimum. See, sometimes it may happen that because of nervousness, you may forget some of the points which are very important to continue with your presentation. So in these times, even you are not confident, that time it is useful to keep some index cards with you, or you can jot down some main points and you can keep those cards in front of you. You have to conquer your nervousness. So it is very important that you need to look confident when you are giving presentation. Whenever you are making presentation, you need to look very confident. So you have to conquer your nervousness in advance. See, these are the 9 P's to overcome your fear of we'll say stage fear, or fear of public speaking, which are very important. Preparation prevents poor performance of the person putting on the presentation. So whenever you are prepared, you have prepared your mind, it will prevent you from giving poor performance, from giving boring presentation. So it is very important to have these 9 P's with you. Don't be afraid. See, why not to be afraid? Once if you get panic, you will not be able to continue with your presentation. So you need to be very confident from the beginning to the end. So sometimes people will try to intimidate you, they will try to frighten you, they will try to make you more uncomfortable, but you just keep one thing in your mind, you treat them as if they are your friends. So you will be very confident. So you can address them by saying friends. So it is very important to conquer your nervousness. How to conquer it? You can minimize your stage fear by regular practice. This is going to happen not in a one day or two. You have to practice continuously to keep away from this stage fear, to remove it from your personality. Whenever you are feeling nervous, you must breathe deeply and try to get relaxed, or if possible you can drink little water. It it is very important to concentrate on a topic rather than to the audience. So when you are very much putting your attention to the audience, you will just get carried away with their body language, or how they are reacting, how they are giving reply, how they are giving you feedback. So it is very important to concentrate more on your topic rather than to your audience. So always remember this very well said quotation is there: winners continue, losers stop. So whenever someone will try to interrupt you in between, you have to continue with the presentation, not to stop over there. So how to organize your delivery? Announce your topic clearly. You have to announce it clearly what exactly you are going to talk about in your presentation. So topic should be made clear at the first time, at the beginning of your presentation. Give an outline of your presentation, means what exactly you are going to talk, what will be the main points of your presentation. You have to highlight all those important points at the beginning when you are introducing yourself. State your objective in upfront. You have to tell your objective, for what purpose you are making that presentation. So while delivering your presentation, you have to notice these things, that you are trying to maintain your eye contact with your audience. You are using voice modulation. You are not using monotonous tone. Your expression, these are very important thing, or we can use it as a effective tool of your presentation. You can use your expression, you can use your voice, your eyes, and entire body language to make your presentation effective. Organize this delivery in opener, means at the beginning you can use some quotations, or you can start up with some stories, or you can add some jokes, or you can use question as well at the beginning as an opener. See, you can use friendly, you can have friendly relation, you can keep good rapport with your audience. You have to provide facts and figures, or you can start with throwing question to your audience to get the involvement of your audience. How to organize this delivery? You have to say whatever you want to say in a proper organized manner. What you are going to discuss at the first, what will be the second point, and what will be the third point. Body language of your presentation, that is again very important thing. Body of your presentation, sorry. Cover the subject in logical order, as we have already discussed it, that there should be logical sequence between the slides and between the points which you are making. Repeat important points, so whatever you find important, you can emphasize it better, you can revise them once, twice. You can attract the attention of your audience to the visuals you are providing in your presentation. You should use voice modulation, and again you should not be very fast, very slow, or you should not use high tone continuously. You need to use this voice modulation skills. See, body language is very important during your presentation, as we already discussed, that you need to keep your eye contact with your audience, you need to look after your body language. So what exactly you are going to focus in your presentation, that you need to wear a good smile on your face. It will boost up your confidence. By making eye contact, you will come across their replies, you will try to understand what these people are doing, your audience, whether they are trying to understand what you are trying to tell them or not. You should not lock your arms, it shows that you are trying to protect yourself, you are not opening up. You should not have locked knees, unlock it, head up and movements. You should not stand at the one place continuously, you have to move from one place to another. You have to make good connection with your audience, and whenever you are getting nervous little bit, you can breathe and relax. See, before having a complimentary close, you have to reiterate the theme, summarize the message, repeat the key points, and ask action, end up with a positive note. So you have to ask question if there are some problem with the audience, if whether they are having any doubt related to your presentation or not. The three presentation essentials, see, this is very important thing, we need to look after it. use visual aids. It will make your presentation effective. Whenever you can, you need to use visual aids. Rehearse, you have to rehearse, and rehearse means practice makes man perfect. If you fail to prepare, you are prepared to fail. Rehearse against the clock. Memorize the script. Try to memorize all these points. It is very important thing. Design effective PowerPoint presentation. So you need to make some big fonts. It should not miss according to the classroom or the hallway you are going to give presentation. You need to use big fonts. Consistency should be there. The message should be clearly stated in clear words. It should be progressive, means every time you are going ahead it should have progressive line. The words or the sentences you are using in your presentation should be simple, and at the end you need to provide summary of your presentation. In the summary you need to highlight the important points of key points of your presentation. Design the look of your presentation. It is very important. See, follow the KISS rule, means keep it short and simple. Whenever you are giving presentation, you need to use short and simple sentences. Next thing is very important, that you need to follow this 6 by 7 rule. What it is exactly? See, not more than 7 words per line and no more than 6 lines per slide, means your slide should not be descriptive. People do not have time, your audience do not find it comfortable to read the whole slide, and even the time is also not permitting that. So only 6 to 7 lines in a slide and 6 to 7 words in a line. Why to use visual? It is again very important. Visuals are very powerful tool because they increase the understanding. It also saves time of the speaker and as well as audience. It enhances attention. Audience get attracted to these visual aids, and it helps to control your nervousness. You can go up with your slides. So you need to make it very clear. It should be have simplified language, and simple and important statement should be included into your presentation. Keep it simple. Again the same, if you are going to add some pictures, should not add more pictures, otherwise you are going to distract your audience. Make it big, means whenever you are making some statements, the font you should use big fonts. Tips and techniques for effective presentation: maintain good eye contact, vary your volume. You need to use pauses. You should not read presentation continuously. Like as I have told you, if you are going to make descriptive slides continuously, you will be wasting time in reading all those slides. So to the points you need to write in the slide. You should not use big sentences, otherwise it will take a lot of time in reading. Don't stand in between audience and slides. It is very common thing. Use stories, quotation clips and examples. You should not put both hands into your pockets. See, these are effective things in body language. You need to use your hands when you are presenting. You should not lock your hands. Speak to the audience, not to the visual. You should not look continuously to the PowerPoint presentation. Rather, you need to focus on your audience. You need to be very clear and loud enough so that the last person who is sitting in the hall should be you should be audible to that person as well. Circulate around in a room, means you should not stand on a particular place. So discuss your objective at the beginning. Tips on visual aids. See, there are some tips given here. You need visual aids should be easy to read and understand, as we have already discussed that you should use short and simple sentences. Can they be easily seen from all the areas of the room? You need to take care of it beforehand. Again, you need to add whether they are having some question. You can add one slide to ask their questions. If no one is having question, you can proceed to your conclusion.